Alright. Oh, I haven't done a wave of conviction test actually, so this will be interesting. Tutorials are for chumps. Man, people still buying fossils? League is still very much alive. Hey Kokoru, how's it going? I'm just doing a bit of a level test here for Wave of Conviction because this is what I'll be using to eventually, well, this is what you would use to level into Detonate Dead, which is my Blackflame build. Not too bad. Just got back from the gym, so I'm feeling pretty good. Haven't trained in 2 weeks, so I'm feeling pretty peachy. Best thing about Fireball straight away is just, it's so easy to take out this first area. Hey Rotari, how's it going? Ooh. Straight away buff. Fuck yeah. Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it, dude. Oh man, just finished at the gym. We got a liter of iced coffee and it's a Saturday night. Bro, just gonna level up a build, chill out, listen to drum and bass, drink iced coffee, and yeah, have some fun. See if we can get a working Wave of Conviction tune up and running. Yeah, I generally always deliver. Yeah. Give it a playtest and see how it feels. Sometimes mine builds aren't for everyone, but it's a good build, so it should work. All right, so like I'm gonna switch this out pretty quickly. So I think rolling magma should be pretty decent actually. Oh shit, thanks for the gift subs, man. Appreciate it. This guy's a legend. Hey Triple P, how's it going, dude? Thanks for the follow, Cleve. Alright, I should probably map that to my main. So yeah, rolling magma's pretty good. Yeah, man, you could try Poison SRS. Oh shit. Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Ah, cheers, Hippie Trippy. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. I've been around for so long. Every time I get to new leagues, I'm like, I've played a lot of builds. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Ah, yeah. Be careful with that one. So, a few leagues ago, or last league, I was looking at that and I benchmarked it. A lot of people ended up finishing up with that build 2 weeks in, because it wasn't very tanky. Yeah, it's not a bad build. It gets frustrating when you die constantly with it. It's very hard to scale up defenses. Yeah, a lot of people book it on that build very early. Bone Shatter, man, any build. So the one that I put on the curation video, that's going to work. And actually, any Bone Shatter tree that you put out, or that you put up, or that you look at, you're most likely going to be able to use the trauma support with it now too. So you might be able to find a bunch of skills that'll work instead of just Bone Shatter. Garatha put a video up as well on Bone Shatter. But usually the best Bone Shatter builds are the ones that use like hybrid evasion and armor. Damn, Rolling Thunder is fucking awesome. Yeah, but EK with Gloomfang is still quite powerful, so while it got nerfed, it was already like crazy good, so you should be fine if you do decide to play it. Dark and Darker. Yeah, I might suss it out. I'm sort of on the hype train over Torchlight 2 right now, though. I can't believe that they announced that. I'm so G'd up. How the fuck is Rolling Thunder this strong? By the way, for this one, I just pulled any old random tree out of POB, so I'm just winging this right now for the early part of the game. Yeah, like, you know, if you really want to play a build, play it. That's the beauty of the game. Like, you don't have to listen to what everybody says. Everybody says a lot of shit about a lot of shit. But if you're going to have fun with it, that's all that matters. We might go that. Thanks for the follow, man. SST rate is probably going to be better. The problem with Ice Trap is when you get to maps, you're going to plateau real hard. Ice Trap's really like designed for basically uber killing, like one-shot clapping sort of thing. Pyroclast Mines is really good, and I saw his video, and I'm probably going to put the next curation. Because second, you know, between that or the mine build I put out, or that I'm going to be starting with, either one's going to be a solid contender. So as soon as Wave of Conviction comes up, I'm not too sure. I think it might be like level 12 or something like that. Might be level 28, but I'll that's what I'm going to play through. I can't exactly remember. So I tried leveling up to Detonate Dead differently in one of the earlier streams. Is it 16? There you go. And it just wasn't that great. Whereas this seems to be a lot more proficient, funnily enough. Yeah, Heat Shiver's made it through a fair few patches now, and it's still fucking powerful. Like if you play Glacial Hammer Jug with it, it's really good. Blood Notch is like it's almost like a chase unique though, because the cost of that sort of makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I died. That's pretty shameful. Also, would help if I leveled up. So we'll initially take this. Need the spell damage. I don't know what that meant. That just came up. I was like, fuck yeah. Yeah, that was disappointing with the patch notes, eh? Like, I was really expecting some real shake-up, and they haven't really done that. But, that being said, like, we've also got all the new mechanics with the tattoo systems and whatnot in the tree. So we might find that that'll sort of make some significant build. Like, we got all new support gems and stuff like that too. So, was it 14 new supports? So, I'm sure, like, we can make that work. Yeah, I suspected that too. Like, I think I said in an earlier stream, there was a reason why they didn't have, like, patch notes on ExileCon. And I'd say it's because even they knew that what they were going to present was going to be pretty lackluster. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, Melee could have used a big juice up, eh? But you know what? It's still better than going and playing D4 at the end of the day. So, you know, there is that. There is a plus side here. It's not D4, so. And I think that's what a lot of people are sort of anchoring on right now. Alright, well, we're not going to use Detonate Dead, but we will use that. Damn, that's a good song. Yeah. I think it's like, it's subverted our expectations, so like, we'll take whatever we can get at this stage, as long as it's not Diablo. That's at least the way that I look at it, because honestly, like, they could do nothing on this game entirely, and it's still going to be more fun than playing Diablo. That's really sad for Diablo, but it's just the harsh truth, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm still going to be looking up, like, new and interesting builds. Predominantly, like, the first build I play is going to be, like, just getting gear, and then the second build is going to be, like, some crazy bullshit. Because I always run out of time every league to play all the builds I want to play, so... Exactly, that's right. Be doing plenty of that. Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it, man. As long as I get to kill Crystal Kings, I am a happy PoE player. Like, that's all I want. And they didn't touch Delve, so, you know, we're winning on that front. They never touched Delve. As long as they patch that bloody glitch out of it where when you zoom out, it fucks the whole game up. Something after Cold Dot, Vortex Occultist, man. I'll have a video out next week. Hey Bill, how's it going, dude? The Discord's getting pretty crazy, Bill. And we're gonna need some Bill's build ideas this league, dude. Hey, did you see they buffed up Hidden Blade too, man? Technically, that might actually fix our problem with the Hidden Blade build. Yeah, the cough is still lingering, but it's gotten better. At least it's not like in my chest like it was, so that's a plus. Yeah, man, throw any ideas out. We're just gonna blast content with that Saboteur and just make a shitload of currency. Doesn't really help me, does it? Oh, because you can simply switch out. So it's easy enough to respec that build around because it already uses a mine skill. So yeah, you could potentially respec around it, change to wand attack skill, and just like respec it into locust mines. Saboteur is a mine class, so and we don't quite know how that skill will work yet, so it's something worth at least testing to see what we can make out of it. Because one of the baselines is that build is very heavily crit based, so you could run a very high crit skill and get it to work. Like you'd have kinetic blast mines or whatever it is, which is a wand attack skill or whatever. Yeah, that wasn't my intention. Yeah, where I'm getting at is the baseline tree you can use with that particular mine setup. So you wouldn't use Hex Blast, right? You would use Kinetic Blast or Power Siphon or whatever it is. I think potentially where we'll get our change up is out of the new skill gems and whatnot. So it'll just be the case of finding a new way to play the game. So there's plenty of ways to play the game existingly, and we don't know if there'll be any cool new uniques that'll completely change the gameplay up as well. So I think it's just like taking a more positive approach to it at the end of the day is where you gotta have a bit of a, approach. Like, it's still better than a nerf league. Let's look at it like that. So yeah, more or less. Though, like, plenty of leagues I've defied the patch notes. Like Shield Crush, right? Not, like, necessarily the best skill out there, but it works really well. Yeah, they'll probably make some stealth nerfs. They might make stealth buffs, though. You never know. Did you actually like the nerf league, man? It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, I think that's the issue. Like they didn't. It doesn't look like they've really delivered much, or they hyped it up way too much and then didn't deliver. Yeah, I think this is a thing, right? So we got the chieftain change and we got the guardian change, right? I think people, without playing it, have made the assumption that it's just natively going to be bad. But what we might actually find is it ends up being a lot better than what we think it's going to be. So, and that's very likely a possibility. Well, they took away Vengeance Cascade, so... But that's about all they did. Never used to think much of rolling magma, but holy shit, this is a really good league starting skill, just like off the base plate. Yeah, I'd say they're stealth buffs. I think there's a good balance. Like, if you take something away, you've got to give something back. So, or you've got to provide something else, or a mitigating, something to mitigate what you've taken away. Like, when they smashed defenses to shit a few leagues ago, like, that really, without providing alternatives, that wasn't necessarily a good choice, because they were trying to go that ruthless route. But there's some real confusing shit about, like, for example, the way the patch notes are written, really, like, why are they including so much on ruthless? Like, that's one thing that's just confusing about what they're doing right now. So that probably could have been managed a lot better. Like it might though. If we can find a really good skill to scale, then it may actually be a good change. I think you just got to approach it positively and be like, okay, what can we do with this? Like, even in Nerf League, I was still like, yeah, we're just going to play a tanky-ass mofo character and kick shit and everything. Yeah, that was a really bad choice of riding in the Ruthless notes. No, like, I played PoE 2. It's definitely not Ruthless. Some of the mechanics are slowed down, but you can definitely see where it's going to go eventually. Like, there's going to be crazy builds. Yeah, Ruthless isn't much fun either. That's the other problem with Ruthless. But no, I felt like PoE 2 wasn't anything like Ruthless. It was actually pretty good. The problem is, like, now they've sort of set a bar where Ruthless was their focus, and now people are sort of anchored on that. I just think they could have managed stuff better about some of this stuff. Community engagement hasn't been the strongest suit lately. That being said, I'm just keen for a new league, fresh start, level up a new skill, new play a mine character for the first time in a long time. Yeah, and like that was definitely not the feel in PoE 2. Like, yeah, I think like the auto bloody whatever mode should be pretty cool. Like, I think you gotta go into it, you know, just have a moderate level of expectation, and yeah, it'll be fun. Positivity's the key. And in my case, I just play Delve every league anyway, so I don't lose. It's a win-win for me. Yeah, that's it. Well, it's probably going to be clunky as shit, but we'll find out the hard way. Yeah, the Atlas changes look fucking awesome. The Val side areas and stuff like that. Like, while the skills don't have a huge shake-up, the endgame actually has quite a bit of shake-up. Yeah. So I mean, like, mine characters weren't big for the last few leagues, and now people are going towards that as the meta, and it's like, you know, there you go, like, they were already there. Yeah, I reckon I'll be doing something with those at least one or two of those supports. I just feel like there's an OP build somewhere in there. Definitely the returning projectiles, and even the new Vengeance Cascade node seems pretty cool, like 150% projectile speed or whatever it is. Yeah, that's it. Well, the League mechanic it actually has like a bit more breadth to it versus Crucible, so... Hey man, how's it going, dude? We're just chilling out, shooting the shit. Oh, we're gonna get Wave of Conviction working. Like, I didn't hate Crucible that much. I thought it was okay. I just like hopping into a new league every few months. That's where my headspace is usually. Yeah, I played the shit out of Heist a few. Actually, I usually play Heist when I'm done delving in the league. Yeah, I reckon. I've got a lot of work to do too. It's gonna be a sort of long/short week. And we got, what, 5 a.m. start, Path of Exile next Saturday? That's going to be fucking awesome. I'll be online probably 30 minutes before stream starts. My mine build or pyroclast mines. So hexblast mines or pyroclast mines actually do really well in Sanctum. Which is where that build was sort of came from. And then the Sandstorm Visage just makes it OP as shit. Which will be back because that was a Sanctum drop. Hell yeah! This is like the first league I'm not working away. So I'll be sitting here in this chair playing PoE on league start. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Man, how the fuck were you surviving on 25 megabit? I want 100. Like, anything less than 100 is just way too slow. No life mode, exactly. That's where I turn my phone off for the entire day and say to everyone, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to know about it. I'm not interested. Alright, we got a triple blue here. Just going to cheat a little bit. Never gives me the thing that I want. Yeah, whatever. Hey, I'll take it. That's what I want. We'll just pretend like that dropped. Yeah, that's it. Look, the biggest thing at the end of the day that we're all forgetting here, right, is it's not Diablo 4. And I think that's the most important thing out of the entire conversation. It would be able to function, yeah, but you definitely need the astral projector ring to make it function well. You can make it function without it, but yeah, that's not cheap early league starter. I generally don't recommend shockwave totems as a league starter. Is it? I didn't see anything about it getting there. Was that in the patch notes? Oh, there you go. Alright. No, it's all G. Oh, that's okay. Detonate dead, man. I got a super OP DD build from last league, and I just need to find something solid to league start. Or a way to level it up efficiently, and Wave of Conviction seems to be the right choice. Well, the other thing too is, like, we can now craft melee fizz weapons and then scale that to our spell damage. So, you know, when we see that gem, that could be potentially very OP as well. Yes, Bill. Calm down. Yeah, it's like, even just leveling up with this right now, it's pretty efficient. But I'll switch to Wave of Conviction. We're not too far away from level 12, so. Just, you know, when I go in the right direction at some point, then that will happen. Those ignites really rip the enemy up. And the cost actually is pretty efficient. Yeah, that's how we'll be league starting this one. So yeah, this will just be Ignite Wave of Conviction. Yeah, SRS is still super powerful. Yeah, maybe. Like, it can get access to the minion nodes you need, sort of. This motherfucker. Did he fuck me up before I'd even seen the animation? Yeah, that's actually very fast. Oh, pardon me. Really? Yeah, I know. The YouTube channel is currently getting hammered, so yeah, it's really good. Good time. Alright, let's buy some gems. Do you ever think like Frostwall could be an offensive skill? Like just sort of looking at it on the outset, it could potentially work for something. Yeah, I know. But hey, that's why we got Twitch these days, so. Everybody's changing their TOS because everybody's worried about money. By the way, I turned the ads off on the Twitch channel, so you don't have to deal with ad bullshit anymore. I don't really like ads on the Twitch. Man, this just slaps. Holy shit. Look at that. For a no return build. That's it, man. Leap slam, just that is definitely a Bills build. We're having to fucking seriously amp that series up this league. The stupider the build idea, the better. Thanks for follow T-Flex. Alright, am I going damage or... I'm gonna say damage spec first. We could go like full-blown flame dash ignite too, and then like build up the AoE on flame dash. So when you flame dash, it like lights the whole screen on fire. That'd actually be really cool. Though we could bring back the Tempest Shield build from a few leagues ago. Oh, so I have a whole video that'll be out early next week for that. So, yeah, there'll be a whole curation with a bunch of builds. But RF, Bone Shatter, and Shield Crush, all easy delve builds in that first list. And Saboteur, I'll be leveling it into like a delve variation of the build too with Hex Blast this league. So I'll be tanking that bad boy up hard. And this is actually going to give way to an even stronger build that I played in Delve last league, and it was insane. Yeah, man, I got the I got your back. If you get it to scale with Ignite, yeah. It's one of the most common deep delve builds, Bone Shatter. Especially, well, yeah, Jug Bone Shatter. It's just so friggin' consistent. Have we got Wave of Conviction here? Oh. What level do we get Wave of Conviction at? Level 20. No, not level 20. Level 16, so it's an Act 2 skill. Alright, that makes more sense. Maybe we run Incinerate? No, not Bronze Lift. You want something tanky. Brass Dome. Ooh. That's cool. Did we ever think about maybe Incinerate? Ignite Incinerate? Thanks for follow, guys. And we tank this bird up hard. Because this is pretty okay. I don't know, man. This feels pretty strong. Yeah, I'd say it would. Because you get 250% more damage with ignites at the end when you explode it. Yeah, I know, man. I'm just going to use it to level because it's actually pretty smooth. It could be a cool build idea, though. Like an actual viable build idea. We got 115 versus 57. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Rolling Magma is still way better. Yeah, that's a good... But we're going to tank this up anyway, so... I don't know. Just see different things in the game that I haven't played, and I'm like, I could do something with that. But this is very easy to play. Like, Jesus Christ, it's sufficient. Every time I play, I get new ideas, and I'm like, I could do something cool. Yeah, you definitely do. But it really comes off like... So a lot of those builds are running Ashes, and going deep you need Mage Blood and Ashes because you need to get the attack speed up, or your trauma stacks up on your Bone Shatter. The more trauma you have, the tankier you get, and the more damage you do. So you actually need skill gem quality. So it gets more, the lower you go, or the deeper you go, the more expensive the build gets. And the reason why you need a Mage Blood going down those lower tiers is because that'll fix your Chaos Res and your armor. And any other attributes you need. Mage Blood is a build fixer, so... It means you don't have to focus on gearing it so much, and you can gear it offense. This is pretty fucking smooth, not gonna lie. Like, there is like no difficulty here, it's crazy. Fuck yeah, Partha Cosmetics. I've got like another $120 of Steam gift cards here from my birthday as well that I need to redeem. So you can only imagine how much more MTX I'm buying with that. So I have a problem. That I don't have enough money to buy all the MTX in the store. Look at those fucking chicken bros doing their thing. Cheers, man. The trip to ExileCon was sort of like my birthday gift to myself, because my birthday was a week before ExileCon, so. Come on, light on fire, motherfucker. This is decent. Like, this is decent. Hey, there we go. Nice. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Alright. I mean, like, I don't spend money on... Actually, the only regrettable purchase I made was buying the $140 version of fucking Diablo 4. I think I played it for a whole of like 20 hours or something like that, and then basically went, no, this game is bad. Why did I spend my money on this? Yeah, I have absolutely no respect for that game. Like, I probably should be less... Nah, I should be about as critical as what I am, actually. I've tried being reasonable about it, but they really just don't make it easy, so... I just found the leveling was just predatory. It was like, to level up in that game just took like 10 years of time that... Yeah, same, man. But, like, where I didn't like it is it just disrespected your time. Like, you know, who the fuck has that amount of time to level up? Like... Man, I'm gonna die. Oh, this is bullshit. Alright, they did. Yeah, that's it, man. It just, for the price tag, it just does not deliver. That's the problem. Like, I'd be fine spending that money if the game was a lot more than what it actually is. And that tends to be the opinion of consensus across the board. It just lacks. And it's disappointing because, you know, you don't want it to be bad. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm not going to use that because this is a level test, but bad item anyway. Yeah, it's just like new, and then you got to pay every season as a mandatory as well for a season pass, which is just ridiculous. Like, full price game, and then you got to pay for a season pass, and then, you know, the MTX it has are just like garbage. It's like you got to buy it in full packs. It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I agree, man. I actually agree. Diablo 3 was a better game. In the end, it wasn't good when it first came out, but yeah, it's disappointing. Well, that's right. You know, we look at Diablo Immortal, and that's what Diablo 4 basically took like a bigger... Anyway, thanks for following, Kebab. Also, nice name. Wish I had a kebab right now. That actually would be fucking delicious. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow night, I'm Uber Eating a kebab. Fuck it. They got a fucking hankering for a doner kebab. Oh man, how good would that be though? Right, fucking right now. What, a 1 a.m. doner kebab, like OG level. After ExileCon week, I'm not drinking for some time. I did my fill of probably the last 2 years or 3 years worth of drinking in 4 days. So I don't think I've ever had that much beer in my life. And that was a lot of beer. Bro, that's all. That was every night, but we were on the piss hard. Like, there's a few places in town that are open until like 4 a.m. But I don't think they're Uber Eating right now. I'd have to drive, so I'm not gonna do that because I'm too lazy. Though I got a Macca's across the street, so or McDonald's. Sorry for those who aren't Australian here. Um, so that's also an option too. Not a kebab, but some fucking cheeseburgers would be awesome. Yeah, Yancey's Filipino, so he's like half Danish, half Filipino, which is why he's got a weird voice and super deep voice and whatever. I don't know if you were still looking at the right pick of Yancey. He definitely doesn't have a baby face. It's something, but yeah, it ain't baby. Nah, man. So the lines to play that card game were just an absolute waste of time. And like, I was pretty interested in number one. Like, I was severely hungover on the first day. And when I say severely hungover, I was fucking hungover. So there was that, and I think we finished drinking at like 3:30, 4 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, we almost were late on the first day. So, um, and then yeah, the card game was just like it was just crazy. People just like stacked up, bloody huge lines. I think people saying 30 to 40 minute wait times just to get through lines and shit like that. So I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna sit in the theater and chill out. There are people actually out the front of the ExileCon, and they were basically doing real life RMT, and they're like, "I'll buy your cards off you, yada yada yada." They were buying and selling cards and all sorts of shit. It was so fucking crazy. Oh man, what makes it such a good event is not just the con itself, right? Not just the ExileCon. It's also like all the people you meet, and then you end up drinking at bars with just Path of Exilers all night and everything. There's a dude who was like covered in like tattoos all over his chest with Path of Exile tattoos and everything. He's showing us where he's got to get this big katana, and then we're just sitting there doing shots the whole night. It was fucking great. Like, it's just great all around. Some guy had 6 decks. Yeah, I believe it. There were dudes that rocked up from the previous ExileCon that had their deck from the previous ExileCon. And then they realized, oh, they had 2023 on the back of the deck, so you couldn't use your original deck and cheese the game. So, it's just crazy. But actually, no, I was drinking with two of the guys that got the mirror tags, or the mirror pins. And one of them's like, yeah, I just like, I played it for like 3 hours, traded a couple of people, and got a mirror pin. And he's like, it wasn't that hard. Oh man, it was fucking awesome. It's the best holiday I've had in probably 4 years. Oh, you got 2 mirror pins? Man, I know 2 guys who got a mirror pin each. How many mirror pins were there? I thought they said at the start there were 3, but I feel like there were more. There you go. They had way more fucking mirror pins than... Wait, were you the guys posting up in the Discord with the pictures of the mirror pins? I remember seeing a post on the Discord. Ah, okay. Ah, okay, yeah. There was someone who posted it. It's like, fucking hell. That's commitment. Probably, man. There was one across the street from where we were staying, so it wasn't far away. Yeah, that card game was crazy. It was crazy last ExileCon before that too. But I think it's really cool. Like, I found it really funny that, like, given the opportunity in real life, people will RMP as well. Like, it's just fucking crazy. But hey, you know, it's a pretty interactive way to have a convention event. Eh? Like, it gets people talking to each other and whatever and interacting, and that's the best part about it. Fucking $50 debt! Holy shit! Yeah, that was awesome. Like, if anything, we saw that on the first day and we're like, fuck yeah! Actually, I gotta get the photos off Yancey. I think he's still got them on his bloody camera. Really? Someone fucking did it actually sell? Ah, yeah. I'll be doing progress videos on that Hex Blast Mines as well too. So you'll be playing it at the same time I'm playing it, which will be good. Thanks for the follow, Eagle Eye. Man, that's fucking crazy that someone spent $1,000 on that. That's insane. It's just a pin. Try, oh, okay. No. That's not as far as I'm aware. I haven't had a look at whether or not you could play it self-cast at this stage, and it'd be very tedious to get working, I feel. Yeah, I guess, but I didn't really, like, I bought stuff. I spent like $300 on like merch and stuff, but what I really got out of it was just like, I met some cool dudes, you know, ended up drinking buddies for the 3-4 days, and yeah, I just had a great time. That's what I got out of it. I just really enjoyed just chilling out with other Exile players, because it's like 4 years since the last one. It's just crazy. Like, yeah, man, I was in the QF Tavern most nights. I think everybody was in the QF Tavern. I remember the first night being in the QF Tavern. The Saturday night, we were the guys doing all the shots in the back corner. QF Tavern was fucking crazy. Like, everybody was in the QF Tavern. It's great. I haven't been leveling up the skills up. I keep forgetting to do that. Really? Where the fuck was I on Sunday night? Oh, we didn't go to the QF Tavern on the Sunday night. We went to another bar, and then a guy had a seizure in front of me, ended up having to do first aid. And we had one of the devs from Icarus, one of the producers from Icarus with us, and he's sitting there, he's like, what the fuck, guys? It was crazy. Yeah, the Irish pub, yeah. That's where we were. So we had Yancey, another guy that we were drinking with the whole time, and then one of the guys from the what was it? Rocket Works was with us. Yeah, yeah. He just rocks up, and I'm sitting there waiting for the EMTs to come in for like 20 minutes. I'm like, where the fuck are the EMTs? We're in the middle of the city. I think also on the second day or whatever it was, we went to the Fiddler as well. So I remember being the Fiddler, and I was the guy who was like, let's go to the Shakespeare. And then that's where we all went to the Shakespeare and just got smashed at the Shakespeare. We had guys like banked up on the fucking street sides and everything, getting drunk in the middle of the street. It's crazy. Yeah, man. That Rain of Barrows build, he's done a champion version of it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that was a good bar. Yeah. I think before we went to the the final closing night, we had like a whole table of fucking Jack and Coke and everything. Yancey and I sitting there were like, man, this is crazy. Nah, it's a bar. Bill, it's a bar. Nah, seriously, it was one of the best holidays I've had in a long time. Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. Nah, they'll never do it outside of I don't think they'll ever do it outside of Auckland. I think it's just like it's close to home, like, and I sort of like that, you know, we don't have many cons like that near Australia or whatever. So it's sort of really cool that we have that right next to us. It's like I don't have enough time to go to America or anything like that, so a lot of people are in the same boat, so I know it's difficult for everyone to make their way to Australia and whatnot, but yeah, like it's their home turf, I guess. So I like it because it's a 4.5 hour flight for me. So, dude, I am fucking pumped for TQ2, man. I I played, so when I was working at EV Games, I had no money. Like I was putting everything into study and like whatever. So and I had this bomb of a car, so I was trying to get Bad Company 2 at the time because I played a lot of Battlefield. And I couldn't afford it. I was trying to win a work competition to get a free copy. So yeah, I played TQ. Diablo 2 and TQ. And yeah, TQ was such an amazing game. Still to this day, it did shit that, you know, other ARPGs haven't done. Like showing the unique items in the game. Like, you know, like how Diablo 4 is like, oh, you'll be able to see the unique on your characters. Yeah, TQ did that like 15 to 16 years ago. Like, yeah, Titan Quest 2, yeah. What is this? I'm getting so many unique drops. Oh, because of this thing. 30%, 39% increase. Is that a max roll? That's a max roll. Fucking hell. I'm using that. You know, I'm super pumped for TQ2. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, like, I really hate the fact that D4 went the way that it did. I'm really hopeful for TQ because I'll be doing PoE 2, PoE 1, and TQ 2. I never played Wasteland, no. Alright, we should be able to use walk now. There it is, Wave of Conviction. Alright. We're up to Wave of Conviction by Act 2. Yeah, I've seen that game. I looked at it. I'm not too big on the turn-based ARPGs like that. Oh, I reckon they will. I liked PoE too. I thought I really enjoyed playing the tests on it, so. This is a pretty consistent skill. Nah, it didn't feel ruthless. Guys, the other guys who went to ExileCon, what was your thoughts? I didn't feel like it. It felt like PoE 1, except a little slower. Like they didn't really have builds in the test, so that's the misconception. Like what they've shown are not builds, so it's not accurate. Yeah, like they didn't have gear or anything like that, and you couldn't equip anything on it either. Yeah, that's it. So it's like it's sort of like trying to make out that you have to be more like, you know, you have to use the synergies between skills, but like when I tested the Sork, I just juiced it back to what you would normally do with a character, and it worked fine. Well, this is gonna suck trying to kill this guy. That's okay. It's because he's regen. As long as he doesn't get his Enduring Cry while I'm in the vicinity, he can't regen, so I just gotta kite around. Like, it's level 1 skill right now too, so that doesn't help. Yeah, that fucks him up. Still pretty easy. Yeah, it does, man. It's really consistent. Thanks for the follow, dude. Like, it's pretty easy to get it up in the Ignite stat too, so how much Ignite is it doing? 45%, that's not too bad. Thanks for the follow, Sweet Doc. There we go. 2 down. Like, it just hits everything in the arc and just rips through everything, so it's pretty decent. Like, that's pretty good. A lot of people testing Blackflame out. Maybe. If I see something I like on it, I'll give it a whack. Yeah, Blackflame's a ring. I use it on my my version of Detonate Dead. It's already quite tanky. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I'm keen to play Hex Blast in this for League Start because it's so powerful just leveling it up. Oh yeah, we need those nodes up there. This hits a lot of early damage nodes, I just realized that actually. Yeah, I found it was better if you put Minefield on it. Cracklance. So I played Cracklance and Blazing Salvo on it with Leadership's Price. And that went really well for like 2-3 leagues actually. And it still works. Not going to get enough time to test all these builds on League Start though. That's the problem. I can only do so many. I was thinking about testing Bleed Bow on the Gladiator too. But I'm unsure if I want to spend the time on that. I have a video on the channel for Cracklance, so if you want, you can check it out, see what it looks like, then make a decision based on that. The tree needs a little bit of rejigging though. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Predator. Also, really fucking weird name. Pardon me. No worries, man. Yeah, this is really fucking smooth. Once I got 100% ignite, this will just be crazy. This is actually surprisingly way more efficient than I thought it was going to be. Would that actually work on this? That definitely will. Thanks for the sub, Sean. Appreciate it, dude. Oh no, I went the wrong bloody node. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Alright, we gotta go there. I full on ID 10T'd there. Alright, Lyra, time to die. Never leveled with this before. Nah, man. I usually don't replay builds in multiple leagues. I'll maybe do it every second league or so if I really like the build and the mechanics change enough. But this league will be what am I doing? Hex Blast Mines on league start. Thanks for the follow, man. No, I like to shake it up and play different mechanics. Otherwise, the game just gets boring for me. And I have the attention span of an ant half the time. Or I see a build and I'm like, I gotta play that build. That build's dope. No, I'm not selling my Blackflame. It's my Blackflame ring. Alright, so we're doing even more ignite damage now. Man, that's just ripping enemies up. Thanks for the follow, Verzi. Enemies, whatever. That's so much health already. Lightning and shock resistant. Damn, this slaps. Even crazier once you get like things like exposure and shit in the build. the thing about Ubers is it's less about the build, more about skill checking. So there are few builds that can consistently do everything. If your skill level's not high enough to do Ubers, then you're never going to do Ubers. That's basically so I wouldn't, if I was you, I wouldn't target Ubers. I'd target everything else except Ubers. Until such time that you know with confidence you can master the boss fights, and then Ubers are like learning one by one. There are builds like Ice Trappers that nuke Ubers, that are designed to take Ubers down. Even minions are a push. Ubers are like that 1% of player thing. But if you can do everything else, then that should be the focus. Do everything else in the game. And then Ubers are your last thing that you need to focus on. Thanks for the follow, Zedek. Appreciate it, man. So there's no League starter that I'll ever recommend that I'll say to you it can do Ubers, because even I struggle with Ubers. I'm not good at Uber fights, but I'm really good at Crystal King and stuff like that. That's a pretty big increase. What am I listening to? Oh, I'll take it. Not a bad song. What can do RF? RF can do everything. Vortex Occultist, RF, Bone Shatter. All really reliable. Tons of example builds to go off of. Tons of build guides. And you can spec them up to eventually do Uber. So if you get enough investment into them, they can all do Uber. And they can do Uber comfortably if you know how the mechanics work. But they will lack in different things like Legion and stuff like that. There's not many builds that do absolutely everything. Like usually you target a build at the content you want to play. Yeah, that's why I don't play RF anymore, but it just works. Like, it's just a good build. Like, like if you haven't played it before, it's worth playing. But in my case, I've played it too many times that it's just, yeah, not worth it. Nah, I got 45% right now, so it's like what, 1 and 2, 1 and 3 casts or roundabouts, so like it's working pretty well. Not weak by any measure. You double it up with Flame Wall, and you have burning damage and everything, so it works pretty well. Yeah, it's the exposure that clapped hard, like. And like the nodes to level this up, I've already hit like some pretty good nodes for fire damage and dots, so it scales really well. BS. Bone Shatter. The way that Bone Shatter is set to work is based on trauma stacking more than crit. So the more trauma, the more damage. That's basically its underlying preference. I can't remember if usually you run it with Unwavering Stance from memory, so you always hit. But if you could scale crit into it, then yeah, it would crit, yeah. But you gotta get your accuracy up. So you gotta have 100% accuracy. You absolutely need 100% accuracy as well, because the stack problem you have to hit. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep up with the trauma stacks. Nah. So while I'll say it's a good build, I actually don't like Bone Shatter as a skill. Man, my Shield Crush Jug was actually max crit. So if you were looking for a melee build, then that would be a build to go with. And it scales really well at League Start with Seething Fury and Emperor's Vigilance. Yeah, I don't like Bone Shatter. I think it's a good skill. Objectively, it's a very good skill. But personally, it's not a skill that I actually enjoy playing. That's why I ran with the Shield Crush Jug, because I just found it way more fun. Like, I generally like interesting skills and interesting builds with interesting mechanics that aren't like super meta, because it just feels like it takes away from the game for me. Yeah, Hex Blast Mines for me. Yep. I'm super keen to play Hex Blast Mines and just nuke shit. And also, I want to play a really tanky version of it, so... Yeah, that's it. It's super strong. I know Captain Lance is heavy on the Pyro class. Yep, that's what I like about it. Its scaling is really good too. Well, the other question is like, would you play it Trickster or Saboteur? Because they'll both work, and it can even go Occultist. Yeah, there's a leveling POB. Or if you just look at any of the Shield Crush videos, each of them has a POB in there, so you can take that as the leveling POB almost. Not sure yet. I'm probably going to go try and make it brass domeable. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to scale. Sort of seems ambiguous, because it's not like a skill that you can buff up or support gem or anything like that, that we know of. Ooh, falling. Yeah, true. I think you get relics in the tree now. This is Wave of Conviction, which I would then level into Detonate Dead. Or respec into Detonate Dead. Hey Dwight, how's it going, man? Oh, pardon me. Alright, we're up to falling. Need Swift Affliction. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, exactly, man. That's gonna be interesting. Ooh, now we're hitting hard. Ooh, that doubled my damage. Holy shit. That scaling on this is fucking crazy. Yeah, I think the new Guardian's going to be pretty OP, potentially. Pardon me. Alright, do lab. Level 24, do lab. Might as well. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so I gotta get another. Oh, I'm just gonna get a red socket on this actually. There we go. Okay. What are my reses at? Oh, my res is actually pretty good. Alright, early. Obviously, you wouldn't do this and like league start because you wouldn't have unlocked it all yet, but I can do this because whatever. I'm only 9 levels under. We'll see how it plays when it comes out, man. In the week. Yeah, man. All those duels were legit. Seething Fury, though, is the one that you need initially, because Seething Fury is where you get a huge sum total of damage. So if there's anything that you do in the first few days, Seething Fury is what you need. Thanks for the follow, buddy. And the other thing too is early on, I'll show you what else. Go to Precise Technique, and that's going to give you 40% increased attack damage early on, but you won't crit. So that before you get your accuracy and your crit maxed out, whatever, before you get Seething Fury, take that node, and that will buff your damage up hugely. I think that was the only thing that wasn't in the leveling tree initially. No worries, man. We did a lot of work last league getting that build perfect. So it was me and Rubik and a few others, I think. For standalone Hex Blast or mines? Dude, I put a video up the other day. It's in the video. It's in the description. I even put a leveling tree in there too. And then leveled it. Tested it. And there's an endgame tree in there to work to as well. A whole video explaining it all. So I'm pretty much all set to go for league start at this stage. get crazy how tanky this is. Keep forgetting to drop flame wall down. Oh, I haven't got links on the chat. It'll be in the last 4 videos I uploaded, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for the follow, Hawker. I gotta say, when I leveled Hex Blast, this was way easier. But this is still pretty easy. Pardon me. Oh man. Gut feeling is there. Not a bad song. No, they're different. Strike still, they specifically have to have strike in the attribute of the skill. So like heavy strike and all that sort of stuff are strike skills. I think, what was it? Lacerate? No, not lacerate. Dual strike, all those sorts of skills, they're all strike skills. So trauma stacking will work with all those skills. So potentially we could play double strike trauma stackers, which could bring double strike back. It's actually a really fast skill. And you can play that on the Slayer too, so. Damn it. At least it takes down the ads really quickly. Fucking die, Zaro. Whoa! Nearly fucked me up. Yeah, Corrupting Fry looks awesome, actually. I'm pretty keen to try that. I reckon Corrupting Cry might actually be good on the Gladiator. Because of the bleed pop stuff. So in PoE 2 they had stats called deflection and damage redirection. So I'm pretty certain that that will be doable in PoE 2. Alright, now we can switch out one of those skill gems. Go and get Unbound Ailments. Yeah, I was playing with it with the warrior and noticed it and I was like, that's cool. Thanks for the follow, TV. Also, not sure if that's a accounting reference. It sounds like it might be. For anyone who's not an accountant, TV stands for trial balance. Alright, I have 100% ignite uptime. I think it's still going to be powerful. I think poison was just overpowered initially, so I think it'll still be fine. We'll see how it plays out this league. So this is really strong. Thanks for the follow, Lady Day. Yeah, this slaps. It's disgusting levels of damage so early on. What campaign? I reckon burning damage is going to be a better gem to have. Act 1. Oh, I can't get it. Okay. Interesting. Can we get it in Act 2? Yeah, it very much could. We won't know until we test it. So like you could run Temper Shield. And that would juice the damage up a lot. 3-3, so no, it wouldn't juice damage up, but it would give me a lot more defense. When the fuck did I equip Righteous Fight? Oh, I put a Righteous Fight. Alright, that's definitely not. Okay, we can't use that. Bone Shatter, Vortex Occultist, or Vortex, however you want to play it. And Shield Crush Jug. And Righteous Fire. So you pick, they all work in Delve. And for me, I'm going to be going Saboteur, so I'm going to be playing Hex Blast Mines for Delve, and I'm going to tank that bastard up. So we can smash the shit out of Delve with Mines. No worries, man. Most builds that I put up are pretty much the default is they'll probably be able to play Delve to like at least 350 depth these days. Just because I don't play builds that are not tanky. Ah, yeah? Yeah, that's it. No worries, man. Oh, no worries, dude. I try and do streaming is like a secondary for me, so I try and do as much produced content as I can. And then obviously the VODs are up too, so there is that too, so. Except when bloody coughing. Yeah, man, that's why I always play at every league. I will single-handedly bring Delve to the masses. That's my guarantee. I just love it too much. Just great content, like. There's so much to do in Delve, which is what makes Delve so cool. And also, it forces you to learn mechanics on how to make characters much tankier as well. Yeah, Crystal Kings in particular, All's Uprisings, very profitable. Especially if you get like Malevolence or Determination or Envy rolls and stuff like that. Super profitable. Yeah, that's it. It's like mapping, sort of. Except way crazier. And the further down you go, the harder it gets. So the challenge never ends. Val dungeons. Yeah, we've got a combination of the two Val dungeons, or Val side areas, and Delve this league. Ah, yeah, nice. Yeah, exactly. And you like if you do Wandering Path on the Atlas, 4 maps with Sulfite and 20% quant gets you like 40,000 Sulfite. So it's really sustainable. Damn it. It's the other way. Like
This is some spooky rhythm. Let's get wonky.
some OG dubstep. It's like some type of darkness damage. You need to make sure you got your darkness resist capped at all times.
Nathan, Tiago, let's show 'em what we got.
Yeah, totems don't really excel very well in Delve. I wouldn't recommend it. I've tried it. With VF totems, I got it down to like 250, but it was just a real struggle, and I couldn't boss with it either. Yeah, it's because in Delve there's so many enemies that rush you. So you need a character that's number one tanky and skill sets that can either clear or slow or whatever, CC. And you just can't do that with totems. Not the way that you need to. Flicker Spider's your biggest enemy in Delve, to be honest with you. And like evasion characters, I've seen other creators like a ridiculous amount of mistakes early on. There'll be people out there that'll be like, oh, I want to build builds and stuff like that and whatever. The reality is, like, building builds is years and years of playing the game, so... But perfecting builds and learning how build guides work and mechanics and stuff like that makes you a better player overall, which will eventually lead to building builds. Pretty much any build in that league starter list I put up, it's gonna work. So yeah, if that doesn't work, just pick one of those builds. They're all gonna work. And I've got a second curation video I'm working on tomorrow as well. So that'll probably be out either tomorrow night or Monday with another 5 builds. Yeah, man. This, like, you know, there's so many creators for PoE that, you know, there's plenty of things to try. Like Rain of Arrows is really good too. So Fuzzy Ducky, which he's got a champ video out. So, you know, there's that. You got British Exile. Captain Lance has really good builds. So you could go Fire Trap Elementalist. That'll work. Yeah, that's not great, but there's plenty of other builds. You'll find one. Thanks for the follow, Hot Fuzz. These are the beats. Fuck yeah. I like just chill ass beats like that. Alright, where am I going next? Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good one to go with. So we need the ignite duration reduction. That's it. Always recommend Pox, and then there was my 6000 HP regen version, which double stack surging vitalities, and that's really good in the end game. Also, this build is so fucking powerful. Holy shit. It just rips through enemies now. I mean, like, what enemies? Yep, he's got a whole fucking website. It's crazy how much he plays RF. I think he's trying to bring back the RF Inquisitor, but ever since they took out Coward's Legacy, that's a hard one to do. This is ridiculous. This just absolutely destroys everything. I love it. Yeah, he's like the RF guy, honestly. Like, I think I put him on the build five builds list because he's just like the dude that, like, his ability to play other builds extremely limited now, but he is good at RF, so yeah. Yeah, man, do it. Put it through a gauntlet of battery before you start the league. That way you have a clean league start. Oh man, definitely. Have that as your backup. Guaranteed it will work every time. Super easy and consistent. Yep. He's got a website. All his guides are up on the website and everything too. Probably called pox.com or whatever. But yeah, if you look on his channel, yeah, there'll be links to everything on there. Man, this is powerful as. Absolutely clapped that. Pox.net. It's awesome. Yeah, I put a link to it in that curation video. So I'd always pretty much easy go-to build. If you're going to play RF, you just play the Pox RF version to start, and then you can variate the build as you go. Because it's guaranteed to work one way or another. Oh, I've got a kink in my neck. Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll be brainstorming stuff on this channel too. It's gonna be a quest to find a really cool build that works really well. Oh yeah, giggity giggity. Hell yeah. I reckon the new game mode's gonna be sick. Yeah, it's fine. It wasn't touched in the recent patch, man. So any build you pick, you're still good to play it. Excellent build. Or excellent skill to play. Scales really well. Yeah, man. It's fucking easy mode right now.
I no longer need fear. Destiny has seen to that.
Manabon, yes, but Manabon is very expensive. So just be wary of that. I would never recommend anyone league start Manabon. Some people do, and it's not really a league starter in any capacity of it. Definitely Jug. Much safer option. Slayer, you're more bound to kill yourself, and it's heavily reliant on leech. Jug, less so. Jug's more about regen and armor. And it's got more accessibility to life nodes and stuff like that, so a lot better. Some people will argue with me about that, but yeah, I think subjectively it's better. Also, Jug's just a great ascendancy. Yeah, that's because you can't play Jug, that's why. People who can't play Jug hate on Jug. Thanks for the follow, Tyler. Man, this just shits on bosses. Bam! Nuked. Oh, pardon me. Let's seriously go up to 900 already. Holy shit. I wonder if you could play this. I wonder if you could play it. Nah, I don't think it is viable, but... if you're playing at RF, right, you're going to be playing Fire Trap as your single target skill, so it's still fine on single target as long as you got Fire Trap. I tried this a few leagues ago, last league, and it didn't work. Yeah, so you run Fire Trap on your 6-link, and you run a 4-link Helm setup with RF. Yeah, that's right. Fire Trap scales damage really well. So yeah, that'll yeah, that's why it's the two skills. They sort of synergize. Yeah, most of the time you don't need it if you're mapping and stuff like that. It's just when you get to the boss, then you just you just face tank the boss and you throw a shitload of traps down. It's predominantly the burning ground that does it. Ah, shit. We got 1100 on the tooltip. Thanks for the follow, man. Fuck, it's that way. A weird That's when six links didn't even really exist. They're a thing of myth. Yeah, exactly. I think everything in the game is pretty well, like, thought over and designed, to be honest with you. It's just a quality game. I do hate the number of stairwells in this area though. Oh yeah. That's your go, Bone Shatter? Yeah, it's pretty hard to mess up Bone Shatter too, it just works. Other options to look at too are like Garatha, he had a video about it, but it's basically just the same tree. There's like one real way to play it. Look at this fucking damage, holy shit. This gives 0 fucks about enemy health. Like, bye-bye Dominus. Boom, dead. So, I can see this being a guide I'll need to put up tomorrow night. I don't really have a favorite campaign act, to be honest with you. Like, my go-to is just Delve, I just enjoy it. I feel at home in Delve. Whoa! That is powerful as. Yeah, man, this is just walk, man. Just full length, ignite walk. Just slaps. Like realistically, you could just play this as an endgame build, but you know, this would be, the preference would be to switch to detonate dead and just nuke entire screens, but
I feel like the walls are falling down, surrounding me. I feel like a healer that has found the remedy. Your gravity is holding me. Don't make me go back to before you, before you, before you.
how efficient this is, crazy.
Good vibes in the summer. Hot days and the sun shines bright. Good vibes in the summer. Long nights and we're feeling alright. Good vibes in the summer. Hot days and the sun shines bright. Good vibes in the summer. Long nights and we're feeling alright. Good vibes in the summer.
Damn it. Yeah, Dried Lake used to be a go-to farming spot when the game wasn't so progressed. How much was that? 15%.
It's going down in the summer days. A cup of whiskey and some beer is all it really takes. Feeling wavy, so
That's actually a huge upgrade.
let me drink a couple more at my favorite place. Big speaker beats dropping nasty. Got the whole crew riding on some jet skis. It's going down in the summer, yeah, you better know, better know.
Kaboom. Damn. Cares about lightning res. That damage. Oh fuck! That is the worst possible news, man! Fucking hell! Just, you gotta come up with an excuse to get out of that one, like, hands down. You just gotta be like... Just be like, you gotta work, you gotta work. Like, yeah, anything to get out of, number one, that, but also, yeah. Yeah, that's what you call a shit sandwich. I don't envy you, man. Yeah, I was gonna say that, man. Gaming laptop. If you got a gaming laptop, you're sorted. No, the problem there isn't the in-laws. It's your partner. That's where you're gonna fall out of driftwood there. Oh man, fuck. Like good stuff on your, you know, on the birthday, but yeah, no, that's yeah, you're not getting out of that. The worst part is you'd be sitting there thinking about league start the whole time. Fucking hell. Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes it's difficult, eh? I was in a relationship a little while ago where, like, they just hated the fact that I played games. Obviously, it didn't work out, and it was just like, well, I'm not going to stop doing it. Thanks for the follow, Bearable.
You never let me down. You let yourself believe the fear.
See, the weird thing about it is, it's not my only hobby. Like, I obviously, I paint Warhammer and 3D print and stuff like that. But, unfortunately, in dating, there's a lot of people who are just like, nah, not gonna go near anyone who plays video games. It's childish, yada yada. It's like, please. Like, you could say a similar thing about going drinking at clubs every weekend. It isn't exactly very adult either, so you know. That's it, man. And I'll be streaming anyway, so if you get real stuck, I'll be on stream. Actually, I always found that parallel really oxymoronic. Like, so on one side, if you play video games, it's childish. But on the other side, if you go drinking and party and whatever and scream and shout, that isn't childish. That's what I find really interesting about the comparison. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, whatever.
You're still miles away. I just wish you'd call home.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Only I had known how far you've gone.
If you've done the work, you earn the right to play some video games.
You never let me down. There was always a way to fight the fear.
Unless you're a World of Warcraft player, and then that's, yeah, that's probably questionable, but
I'll never leave you alone. I wanna
no offense to the WoW players out there. Exactly, that's probably a real questionable life choice, that one, but I think we all judge WoW players. Thanks for following, man. Uh, no, they cannot. I actually really never got into WoW because I always looked at paying for a subscription as a requirement to spend that time. Because I, struggled through a lot of my early career and whatever financially. So, $60 for 2 months is a lot of money. I always felt like if I didn't play I'd be forced to play the game if I paid for a subscription, which is why I could never get into WoW. Always used to worry about that affecting my affecting my study and stuff like that. Ah, shit! What the fuck was that? Fucking held in one place and just bashed. Just demolishes the game. Far out. You just tap it once and it just lights up and bloody dies. Yeah, of course it's there. Probably not on the Assassin, man. Bleed doesn't really do too well on Assassin. Gladiator, though. Yeah, I reckon too. I reckon they're gonna be awesome, especially the Expedition one and the Bow side areas. There's also Shaper Worlds now too. True. Yeah, I'll be going Hex Blast Mines on League Start on the Saboteur. They were pretty cheap last league, to be honest with you, man. The reason being, everybody farmed the shit out of Replica Dream Feather because they farm Heist. And it's a really common drop in Heist. So they were like 10C, I think, on League Start last year. Well, sorry, not last league. And Emperor's Vigilance wasn't very expensive either. Well, I reckon we're going to see Trauma Smiters moving forwards. With Doriani's prototype and Trauma Smite. On the jug. There won't be like a billion armor build anymore. It'll just be like stacking a shitload of trauma. Time to kill me a piety. We got 2,500 on the tooltip alone. Thanks for the follow, man. Britney Spears. That's a fucking awesome name. I need to start stacking up some life, I think. Thanks for the follow, Fab. It's pretty efficient. Thanks for the follow, Reborn. be back online tomorrow night to finish this one off and get it to Act 10 and then early maps. Anyway, I'll see you guys then, but stay safe and have a good one.